All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here for the final episode of The Bear Season 1. I forgot that there's a Season 2, and Season 3 is coming in 2024, I think. It's either recording and filming in 2024 or it's coming in 2024. Either way, I'm happy because I forgot Season 2 was a thing. So I was prepared to say goodbye to the bear because I was like, oh my god, I'm done. But I'm not, so that's good. I'm happy about that because I love this show. Very, very good. Last episode, steaming hot pile of dog shit. If we're gonna be generous about what it was, that's how I put that. If I'm gonna be nice, if I'm gonna be courteous with my description of that episode, that's what it was. If we're gonna be honest, so I'm intrigued, to say the least, to see how this season ends, because clearly the restaurant's not going to be good, right? That's not the arc of this. So I don't really know how we end for any of our characters or the restaurant. So I'm kind of excited to see what happens. I don't have anything else to say. Let's watch this episode, man. I'm excited. Patreon, full length, early access, all that jazz. Link in the description. And without further ado, let's watch this episode.
Yeah, I used to run the best restaurant on
This is so uncanny valley. This is really how it feels, isn't it? You know, this is really how it feels for him. Everything just going to shit, nobody helping him, everyone laughing, nothing he can do. You know what I mean? It's really how it feels.
There's a problem. I'm sorry. I'm just fucking this up, guys. I'm fucking this up. Stop, please.
Nah, bro, you're really not, though. This is not your fault, man. It is not your fault. Why does Carm's hair always look like he just went through a wind tunnel?
I forgot. But before I came to Al-Anon, I was a cook. I mean, I'm still a cook. I'm just a different kind of cook, I guess.
that little chuckle under that and that voice break, that was so good.
I felt like I could speak through the food, like I could communicate through creativity and that kind of confidence. You know, like I was good at something that was so new and that was so exciting, and I just wanted him to know that, and I just wanted him to be like, good job, because it was in rough shape. And I think it's very clear that me trying to fix the restaurant was me trying to fix whatever was happening with my brother. That restaurant, it has, and it does mean a lot to people. It means a lot to me.
I nearly teared up multiple times throughout that entire monologue, man. That was unreal.
If it ever meant anything to him.
That was beautiful. One long take. Beautiful acting, beautiful dialogue. That was unreal, man. I didn't say a word throughout all of that. That was amazing. That was so amazing.
She just missed my asshole. You know, what happens if you get stabbed in the asshole? You can't sew an asshole.
To be fair, Richie handled that stabbing really well. I ain't gonna front. If I got stabbed by someone, I might bust a gasket. He handled that really well.
I worked at the place for 8 months, and all I did was zest.
Oh, that's normal.
So normal.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad these two are getting along, I guess. Feels kind of a little bit tense and sad of how everything ended with these two at the f***ing whatever the hell this place is called, at the beef, but you know.
Nope.
That was a cute scene. I like how last episode there was no time to breathe at all, and now this episode they're just taking their time. Nothing but time. I like it.
That kid? Not on.
Not on.
What's it for?
Holy,
I don't know.
that's a lot of money.
He was paying.
I remember there was one month we didn't have napkins.
Wow.
He wasn't paying them on time.
Sounds like that was his attitude, huh?
Mikey was going through it, bro.
I remember it because it wasn't his attitude.
Mikey was going through it, man. Damn. I wish we could have seen more about him, you know?
You know how much I loved him, right?
How much?
A lot. I loved him a lot.
It's just so incredibly real, man. I mean, in terms of last episode to this episode, how fast it shifts. When everything is like against the walls, people are screaming at each other's throats. It feels like if you looked from an outside perspective, it looks like you would hate each other and you want to beat the shit out of each other. And then like the day ends and you guys are straight up back to friendship. You know what I mean? Like just close as ever. That's so real.
Get a job at another spot, another after that, and I guess just do that forever until my credit isn't -1 million.
Felt, heard, chef, heard.
He is really, really, really good. Yeah, but he's still a little bitch.
I don't disagree.
I will both y'all. That was a wild cut. Whoa, okay. All right, shit is popping off. Goddamn. Oh, no. Richie, go get the gat, brother. Go get the gat. Go get the gat, Richie. What is happening here? Yeah, Richie. Oh, that dude just died. Oh, that dude just died. Oh, that dude just died. Oh, bro is dead.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that's definitely right. Okay. Well, that was not on my The Bear bingo card.
You're all I got, cuz.
Man, this show is so emotional, man. Gonna make me cry. I have almost teared up multiple times throughout this episode, to be fair.
I'm so sorry, Chef. Happy you're back.
All right, Chef.
All right. Fair enough.
Richard, oh, bendito, my little felon.
My little felon. That's funny.
Souvenir for your troubles. Gary, I stand before you a penitent man.
You ever feel sad?
Of course I do, Neil, but I don't talk about it. I keep it all inside. It helps me beat the shit out of people.
I get it.
What time is Sid coming in?
What? This feels like the most motivational training scene with nothing happening, you know what I mean? Like that music buildup is crazy. God damn. Oh, this is in his head for sure, right? I understand this is the same thing he was talking about with Marcus before about that other restaurant, but like, no, it's really happening. Oh, okay. Is it? I don't know if it's really happening. Could be, could not be. Especially with how he's been handling life. Nope, okay, it's happening.
Sweets!
Yo, hey.
Yo.
Yo.
Yo, fuck.
You all right?
Yeesh.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. Good lord, that was not good. That was not good. That was not good. Carmy, I need you to get your head out of your ass, brother. I need you to get your head in the game. Head in the game, brother. Please and thank you. That was kind of scary. This is either going to be really good or really bad. I don't know what it's going to say. I hope it's... I mean, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, neither was Sydney's, though. Can we keep it a buck, please? Like, yeah, he could have handled it better, but, like, neither was Sydney's, man. Don't act like this is all on Carmy, bro.
Fuck you.
Oh, that's funny. That's so funny. Oh, that's funny. Because he fucked up the spaghetti, and Richie kept saying he couldn't hack the spaghetti. That's so funny. I love that. That was cute, man.
Yeah, I did.
It's pretty dope. It looked pretty cool. You just got stabbed and like walked it off, and it was kind of
I agree with that, actually. Yeah, that was kind of,
Sure it was.
that was hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie.
pretty tight.
Yeah, yeah. Bro got stabbed and just was like, oh, yeah, just got stabbed. Like, that was kind of crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. That's a crazy way to react if you just got stabbed. Richie been through some shit, bro. Pardonnez-moi? Mikey. This guy didn't trust the banks, hid the money inside the fucking tomato sauce. What? What? Mikey, that's why he had the spaghetti. Bro kept it for a rainy day. Oh my god, Mikey. You just pulled through so hard right now. Oh my god. Mikey.
I'm keeping a tally here. Okay. We got another 10, 20. Yeah. Leo, stop fucking around.
That's why he left the restaurant to bro. Oh my god. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. But like, how would Richie be happy with this, bro? She fucking stabbed him. I wouldn't want her working back here.
Sid, quit fucking around. Grab a can opener.
Yo, Richie kind of real as fuck though. Bro gave my respect a bit with this whole stab and shit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Tasting menu at the bar
Window on the side.
for sandwiches.
Yeah.
That's cute. Oh my god, bro. How much money was that though? Like, was that all the payments he had made, like on that little thing to the KBL electrical company? Like, was that everything? Because there was like 300,000 there, right? 300 something thousand? 300 some change? The bear. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nice. Yeah, bro. Real shit. Today's the day you celebrate, man. Like, that's crazy. Mikey pulled through so hard, man. Like, I can't even believe this. I really can't. Oh my god. That actually made me tear up. That actually made me tear up, bro. My eyes just watered on that last fucking shot. Oh my god. Oh, that was so beautiful, bro. Oh, that actually made me tear up. That was so beautiful, man. Wow. 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 What do you even say, dude? That was... Oh, yeah. That was so... Oh, bro. Mikey, brother. Mikey. Mikey. I mean, like... Yo. It just put something else new into perspective for me. Which is that, was Michael planning on killing himself for a while? Like, was it premeditated for months? Because, like Tina said, there were times where they wouldn't have napkins and he said they couldn't pay them. And he would just say the same thing, what's the point, we can't pay them the next month either. And she said it was weird and she remembered it because that wasn't his behavior. So does that mean he was planning on killing himself for months and continuously saved up money and saved up money all because he wanted to give it to Carmy? That's what my understanding now is. Because he was saving up money for months, wasn't paying anything, and the only reason you stop paying everything is because you don't expect to be there for very long. So my only assumption can be that he was planning on killing himself for a very long time, which is crazy. Cause like, he could have reached out for help throughout that time, you know what I mean? Instead of doing this. But I guess that's just how dark of a spot he was in, is he really thought that doing what he did and then leaving it all to Carmy was the better option than just, you know, trying to get help. But like, man, bro, that was so emotional. That was so emotional. This episode, I'm glad it went the way it did, because last episode was pure chaos and this one was just pure peace. You know what I mean? Like, there was a lot of reconciliation happening between people, between Marcus and Carmy and Sydney and Carmy and Sydney and Marcus and Tina and Sydney and Richie and Sydney and blah blah blah. But like, after last episode, you needed a bit of respite, You know what I mean? You needed a bit of downtime to just kind of, I don't know, get everything in order. And it was just so emotional. I nearly teared up multiple times throughout this episode. That last shot really fucking got me. But like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I relate a lot to Carmy in a lot of ways, to be honest with you. And that whole monologue at the beginning of the episode, I mean, weirdly enough, I mean, it wasn't long per se, but like the episode was so heavy that monologue felt like a different episode. Like that, I just realized that monologue happened this episode and not last episode. You know what I mean? Because of how heavy this episode was and so much stuff was going on that I literally forgot that happened this episode. That monologue was amazing. His acting was just so good. So good. You know what I mean? Like that was unreal. And to do that all in one take as well is just phenomenal. Genuinely phenomenal. That was amazing. I'm glad Marcus is back. I mean, it's just so funny because like not only in terms of kitchen stuff, but they also just kind of handled it like bros. You know what I mean? Like when you and your bro fight over some stupid shit, over anything, and then you're just like, fuck you, we cool, and then end of story. You know what I mean? It's just kind of how that works. So it's funny how they handled it like that, but I'm okay with that. That was cool. It's good to have Sydney back, but I mean, maybe it's just me. I don't know. I feel like the show is kind of putting a lot of the blame on Carmy, and I mean, I understand he's the head chef, and he definitely lost his cool, but like, maybe it's because we're watching from his perspective, but like, I am totally on his side for most of that. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like he was the only one trying to do his job while a bunch of preschoolers were running around in circles. You know what I mean? Like, it felt like nobody else was taking it seriously, right? Like, Marcus was cooking, like, he was making f***ing donuts. Like, how are you gonna call Carmy a little bitch for that? You have a f***ing station that you're supposed to be doing stuff at. You are on cakes. That's your station, right? Like, at the kitchen I work at, everyone has their own station. You understand me? It's a breakfast joint. So you got brothers on eggs. You got brothers on waffles. You got a girl at the juice station. You got a brother at the... You got people at different stations. You understand me? The brother doing the waffles is not moving over to the girl at the juice station and starting to do some fuckery. Right? Not happening. The brother doing the waffles is not all of a sudden going, I feel like experimenting with some crepes right now. Not happening. You're at your station. You do your shit. Plain and simple, right? Marcus was making fucking donuts. 20 minutes to open, should have been on cakes. Didn't even cut the cakes. Sydney was bitching at him. Right? How are you gonna say Carmy acted like a little bitch? You were not in the right headspace. Your head was not in the game at all. And you're gonna blame Carmy for that. I don't agree with that one bit. I call cap on that. Sydney, okay. There's a bit more blame on both sides with the whole Sydney Carm debacle, right? Sydney on the expo trying to call chits saying I was pairing them here. Carmy screaming. Sydney just not reading the room better, I guess, with how Carmy was blowing up. Because again, everybody was angry. And when everyone is that angry, there's no civil conversations that are happening, right? There's no rational arguments. There's no logic. People are shooting off at the hips. That's what's happening. So Sydney trying to have a conversation at the time is a bit crazy. I feel like she should have known that was not going to work, but I mean, whatever. So like, I understand a bit of blame on both sides, but like Sydney and Richie just bickering the entire time and doing crazy shit. Sydney stabbed the fucking dude. Sydney blew up a Tina. Like, Sydney was going crazy. Sydney was acting crazy. And then again, Sydney's like, yeah, your behavior was out of line, Carmy. It's like, so was yours. And then not only that, you walked out mid-shift. No, nothing to say about that. Nothing. What if Carmy did that? What if Carmy just said later and dipped? You know what I mean? You're on the job. You got responsibility. Get your shit done. You know what I'm saying? Take it on the chin and keep it pushing. You walked out mid-shift. As did Marcus. And you're going to say Carmy was the one out of line? Like, bro, y'all acting like children. So, like, maybe it's just me. Maybe others feel differently and relate more to Marcus and Sydney in that situation, but I'm 1000% on Carmy's side throughout all of that, if I'm being honest. I really don't see Sydney or Marcus's side on any of that. I really enjoyed Richie and Carm in the last 2 episodes, 7 and 8. I really enjoyed their connection. Like, you really felt family, but like you really have felt that the entire show with them. They bicker and fight constantly, but you can tell it's like that family love bickering, right? It's that I fucking hate this guy, but like you're family, so I love you. You know what I mean? Like you could really feel that. But then at the end, you know, Richie just going like, you're all I got. Like that was tough. That was sad, and that was heartfelt. And I loved that moment. That was really nice. I really liked the connection between the two that they had in this episode. It was much more, it was just so heartfelt, and I really, really loved that. Even when he finally handed Carm the note, and the note kills me because there is no note. All he said was let it rip. And, you know, I love you. And then just was like, here's all the money you could ever hope for. Here's everything I owe you. You know what I mean? But it's crazy because, like, now they have the money. Do they use it to you know, I guess they're already doing it to bring the Bear, the new restaurant. But, like, you owe Cicero money, too. So I guess they're just going to, you know, reinvest it into the restaurant. And then once they're doing well and they make more money, they'll pay Cicero off. But, like, you know, you also owe 300 grand to Cicero. So, but still, we'll see how that goes. But Mikey came in clutch, bro. Mikey came in clutch. That was crazy. And again, same thing with like the whole Bachelor thing and Richie going to prison. Like that felt like a different episode, bro. It's so weird. The first half felt like a different episode than the second one. I'm like remembering what happened in the second half of it, and I'm like, it feels like these are 2 different episodes put into one, which I'm fine with. That's okay. It doesn't bother me. And it's not even that it's that much longer. Like I understand each episode is like 20-30 minutes. So like this was almost a 50-minute episode. So it was basically double the time. But that's still a very normal episode time. So, like, it's not that it's that much longer, but it really felt tonally different first half and second half. But I liked how it took its time. This entire season has been unreal. The show has been amazing. I have loved every second of it. It's so authentic. I think the biggest standout for this show is just its character work. All of these characters feel so genuine and authentic. They are all such real people. The character writing of this show is unreal. Second to none, if I'm being honest. Like, every character feels so authentic. Every actor portrays their character so beautifully. It is so real. It's so raw. There's nothing that feels disingenuous whatsoever. It all feels so good and so real. So that's probably like the best thing about this show. Besides its direction and its acting and its, you know, its filming. And its score and its, you know, its editing. Its editing is also fantastic. I really don't think I've touched on that enough. Its editing is amazing. The way it edits this show, both in terms of like the dialogue and the characters, but like, you know, even with the music or the choice of shots with certain dialogue running over, like it just does it so well. It does it so well. This show was amazing. And I cannot wait to watch season 2. That was unreal, man. That was unreal. I feel like there are some probably scenes in this that unfortunately for the YouTube edit of the version, I probably couldn't have that much in it because I'm just not saying anything. You know what I mean? Because there was just so many soft-spoken, slower, beautiful scenes like Carmy's monologue, even the interactions between Sydney and Marcus at her place, the talks between Richie and Carmy, like they were just such beautiful scenes that like you're not going to sit there talking throughout of it. Like you just want to soak it all in, which is what I was doing. So like for the YouTube edit, I don't know how much I'll be able to fit in of that where there's no cutoff points for me to edit into. But it was so amazing, so emotional. But this entire show has been really emotional, if I'm being honest with you. Like it is genuinely heavy, and not necessarily its subject matter, but just the way it uses its characters and its writing to make you feel so much. Like this show has so much heart. Like genuinely so much heart. It really, really does. And, you know, Italians are emotional motherfuckers. I guess you could say. So, like, that could also be a reason. But it just has a lot of spirit. It really, really does. It had a lot of spirit. And you feel it throughout every episode. No matter how crazy it is or what happens, like, you always view it through the lens of how does it affect how this character is doing? How does it affect how this character is feeling? All that kinds of stuff. Like, it's so emotional. It's so raw. And I love that. Right? It's not your Inceptions, right? It's not your, you know, Tenet, even though those are both Nolan movies, but I just mean it's not like the convoluted complex plot line. It's not insane. It's very straightforward. It's just raw is what it is. It's real, it's hard-hitting, holds no punches, authentic, right? It presents everything with this sense of just pure authenticity, pure realism, and it doesn't hold back whatsoever. It feels like real life. The characters, the writing, the story even, right? Like even with, you know, Mikey's addiction, him killing himself, leaving a wake of shit for his family members and his friends, Mikey feeling that this was his best option instead of just reaching out to family and still being here, right? Nobody being able to see that Mikey was struggling with this stuff because he was always the loudest and he was hilarious and he was fun, the life of the party, magnetic, all these kinds of things, and nobody knew what he was struggling with on the inside, and it just felt out of place, you know? So many of the plot lines, let's say, or, you know, characters bickering with each other and arguing, all this kind of stuff, like, it's just so real, right? It's just so well done because it's so authentic. And I think that's what makes it so emotional, is the fact that it's so authentic. Because when a storyline like this, if it's disingenuous in any way, shape, or form, right? If there's a lack of authenticity, if it feels fake, if it feels forced, the emotional part does not hit you. It never hits you. It never touches you because it takes you out of the scene when it feels forced, when it doesn't feel real. It takes you out. But the fact that these characters feel so lived in, the fact that this world feels so real, just helps that emotional impact hit so much harder. Because we could all just sit here and be like, yeah, this could happen. Or yeah, this has happened in my life. Yeah, I could picture myself in this scenario. Yeah, these characters feel like real people, right? Like, I don't feel like I'm watching characters written on a screen for a show on Disney+. I feel like I'm watching a documentary of somebody's life happening in front of me, right? Everything that's happened to Carmy here feels like it's real to me. You know what I mean? So, like, it hits so hard because it just feels so real. But anyway, I don't want to speak here for 30 minutes because I could. But this show is amazing. Loved every second of it. Every second of it. There hasn't been, like, that's the thing too. Not a single episode was a miss. Not a scene was a miss. Not a line of dialogue was a miss. 0 parts. There's not 1 minute that I didn't love watching this show. There is no wasted screen time whatsoever, which is beautiful. Absolutely pristine. And I think that has a lot to do with the shorter runtime of the episodes. I think more shows should really start doing this. Instead of doing 45 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour, like, because a lot of episodes like that for a lot of shows, like, sure, some shows can pull that off. But just, I think maybe for people's attention spans now, I guess. Not for me personally. I have no issues paying attention to movies that are 3 hours long. I have zero issues with that. But for a lot of people, like, I think a lot of things can feel more concise if you keep it shorter. And I think a lot of episodes for shows suffer from bad pacing because their episode is so long, because they need to fill 45 minutes. You shouldn't fill anything. You should just have your scenes, and however long the runtime is however long the runtime is. That's how I feel they should do this. And that's how it felt with this show. Not every episode is 20 minutes on the dot, or 25 minutes on the dot, or 30 minutes on the dot, or 35 minutes. It's whatever they felt. However long it took to finish what they needed to say, however long it took in editing, however long it took in filming, that's how long the episode was. You know what I mean? And, like, that was the right way to go about it. So good on them for doing that, because it clearly paid off. Pacing was impeccable. It was perfect. You know what I mean? Everything was just hit on the head. So amazing. But that's the first season of The Bear. And I'm 1000% going to watch the second season very soon, because why wouldn't I? That was unreal. I'll probably watch it. Same thing. I'll try and binge it like I did this one, because why not? They're short, they're sweet, they're amazing, emotional, draining, enthralling, enticing, enchanting. Any other synonyms I can throw in there? But anyway, that's going to be it for me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had fun, because I had fun. But anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Peace. Hey guys, thank you all for watching that recent video, and I just want to give a special shout out to Oko Canutilla. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm really sorry if I'm not, but just want to give a special shout out to you. You've been subscribed to my tier 1 on Patreon for a while now, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Love you guys.